A History of Horrible Humans Dictator Edition? Alright, let's talk dictators, everyone. Those charming individuals throughout history who decided that democracy was cute, but what the people really needed was an iron-fisted tyrant calling the shots. And look, I'm not saying democracies don't have their problems, they certainly do. But at least you can vote the bastards out mostly. Dictatorships, on the other hand, they tend to leave a bit more of a lasting impression. We're talking economic ruin, human rights abuses, and enough casual genocide to make your average Roman emperor blush. So buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the cesspool of history to examine some of the absolute worst dictators to ever grace or disgrace a postage stamp. Adolf Hitler, the Führer of failure. You can't do a show about dictators without this guy being first on the list. It's like trying to do a show about bad smells and skipping right past Limburger cheese. It just doesn't work. We all know the greatest hits. The rise of the Nazi Party, the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews in the Holocaust, World War II, which, and I cannot stress this enough, did not need to happen. Seriously, dude plunged the world into chaos, and frankly, for what? A slightly larger Germany? Not worth it, Adolf, not worth it at all. Joseph Stalin, How to Kill Millions Without Leaving Your Dacha. Next up, we travel east to the land of borscht, ballet, and enough paranoia to make Richard Nixon look well-adjusted. It's Russia. And specifically the reign of everyone's favorite mustache-sporting, mass-murdering Marxist, Joseph Stalin. This is a man who clearly took the phrase "absolute power corrupts absolutely" as more of a suggestion than a warning. Under his loving guidance, the Soviet Union experienced the joys of forced collectivization, the Great Purge, which was not as fun as it sounds, and a delightful network of gulags, which, fun fact, were not actually summer camps. Chapter 3. Moving from one charming individual to the next, let's talk about Pol Pot, the dictator who thought agrarian societies were delightful, intellectuals were the enemy, and genocide was, just a Tuesday. This is the man who decided to transform Cambodia into a communist utopia, which is a bit like deciding to make a gourmet meal out of mud and sadness. It doesn't really matter how much you want to do it, those base ingredients are going to let you down every time. Under his delightful leadership, cities were emptied, people were forced into labor camps, and an estimated 2 million Cambodians died. It's grim, folks. Chapter 4. Sometimes you read about these dictators and you honestly wonder, what was going through your head? And was it spiders? Because honestly, it sounds like it was spiders. Enter Idi Amin, the former president of Uganda, who was not content with just being a dictator.